We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Already here, they'll audible to something else. Quick throw out wide from Mariota. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Off the RPO, he completes it. Well, he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, Mariota. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They go play action. Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's complete to Jalen Hyatt. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st down, Baker. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about where one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about...
They got his man complete. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Baker. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
On second down, Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled in.
So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Jefferson going to go in motion right.
First down, Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now flying complete.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, and what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5-6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
On third down, Mariota. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
"21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Flush to his right.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings.
They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They'll try the left side. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
After one, it's 9-0. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
As they've got it as we resume action.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On first down, Baker looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Stop made there by Brian Asamoah. The Giants at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one is right down Broadway.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept away and boom, over the crossbar.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Deontay Banks with it.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. That's going to be caught on further right side. But he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
19. Vikings, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Now 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mariota. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago. Add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team, and for those players to figure out their roles.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On play action, here's Tua. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Tua going to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's... Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A strong running. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On second down, it's Baker. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
High and able to make the catch downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll run on first down. Baker unable to corral him. He flanks through. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down.
They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
Second and 6.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked up by Kelvin Joseph.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that one will bounce out of the back. So we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add...
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Keon Crossan.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mills with a throw out wide. It's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
To number 8. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Mills now looks to throw on first down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Bill's pass. Intercepted. The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well because it's not quite no harm, no foul, but the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound, and the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, it's Baker, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
This 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Baker.
Still on his feet.
Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Giants just continue to roll.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
They go play action. Mills
steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Vikings.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now a throw here to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up
An audible here to get a new look.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
And the Vikings first down.
And now they'll shift things around. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Don't let him get away with that.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And quickly they get to the line.
Mills.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short tackle.
Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that will cut this lead down to 25. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick.
Joseph to kick off for Minnesota.
Well, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
A 1st down throw for Mills. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
A big play there for Minnesota. 56 yards.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
waste of time.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we play 3 quarters. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. All right, ball at the 1-yard line, 4th down. What do you say?
I say go, because if you can't get 1 yard, what's the old adage? If I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win anyway. Tell your team it's that time. Who's going to get down into the trenches, grind it out, and make sure that ball gets in the end zone? Who's it going to be? Let's go do it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 3rd down, it's Baker. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice now.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
And they're going to speed things up here.
It's 2nd down.
Mills now on 2nd down. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
3rd and long for Mills. That's down the field for Jefferson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. And this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now he's into the clear again. He's on his way. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Man, 216 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants add 6 to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
From the shotgun, it's Mills.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Off the play fake, Mills.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
3rd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover.